So we're conducting an undercover investigation on the Tarmac SL8. This is the SL8 here, and we're going to talk about how to make your SL8 faster. I've investigated the SL8. Check this out. So how could we make the SL8 better? Handlebars. These handlebars are quite flexy. Right? I would get these handlebars, sell them to another dentist, and put in some alloy bars there with an alloy stem. It will be a lot stiffer. These bars are quite flexy. Aero, whatever. Your body's the most aero thing that you can want to accommodate your jersey, etc. Yeah, so ditch these bars, the Roval bars, flexy. What else could we do? The brakes, disc brakes. It comes with disc brakes. Okay, we can't put rim brakes in there. That would be ultimate. This is not a performance bike. Remember, this is not a performance bike. This is a profit bike. But how we make a profit bike into a performance bike? Get rid of the hydro disc brakes. You don't need to and this is dangerous. These tires are so skinny, and if you put fatter tires in there, you lose the aero gains. And look at that rim. Actually, no, we'll get to that in a sec. But hang on. So we want to ditch the hydro. These levers are very, very heavy. Hydro levers are heavy, so we could put some mechanical or some other DR2, some rim brake cable ones, and put some TRP Spire, and that will save about 300 grams. We can get this bike under 6.8 kilos with pedals. Obviously, we've got the flat pedals here just for the commuting, but with some race pedals, we can get under 6.8 with a change of brakes. All right, so we want to ditch the hydro disc and go back to cable disc. It'll be lighter and it'll be safer because these hydro discs are so powerful. But the problem is the tires are not designed for hydro disc. Right, these are a road race tire, a 26 mil, and you can see that the rim bulges out over the tire. Okay, so that's not aero at all because the leading edge is now the rim. You know, it doesn't make any sense there at all. So you could put a fatter tire in there to minimize the dirty air that's going through here and hitting that down tube. But then again, the wider the tire, the less aero it is. Okay, and you can sort of see as well how the SL8 hasn't really been, either the fork's wonky or the wheel's not dished properly because this gap here is smaller than this gap. But does that make it faster? Nah, not really. That's just showing the poor craftsmanship that Specialized are putting out there these days. Anyway, so that's the deal. We could change the wheels out. These Roval CLXs, the hubs are really nice, but the wheels are quite flexy and they're quite heavy. And that rotor's a 160. We could put a 140 on there. A smaller rotor's more aero, okay? Ideally, we'd put a rim brake fork on there, but we're going to try and keep it disc for the dentists. So put a smaller rotor on the front, saves weight, less aero. Going to be better there. What else can we change? That's probably about it. We could put some Alpinist wheels on there, spend another $4,500 to save 200 grams. Or we could buy 4 SL4 Tarmacs for $1,000 each, SRAM red, if you know, you know. But there you go. Otherwise, so that's the investigation we've done. It's not really an aero bike with those rotors on there. And these aero bars are quite flexy, and I'm only like 72 kilos, you know. I'm like, I'm sure I can put out some power, but I find these bars a bit flexy. They're not like really, really bad, but if you want to turn this bike into a faster bike, better sprinting bike or climbing bike, start with stiffer bars, okay? They look cool for Instagram, but you crash those, you're done. What else can we talk about? That's sort of about it to start with. But yeah, we've got a lot of spokes, we've got the rotors, sort of stuck with that. But you can definitely save weight going cable disc, better bar system for stiffness. And there you go. That's how you make your SL8 faster. Or scrap the whole thing and just get a fucking rim brake Tarmac, and then you really wouldn't. So that's the deal. The SL8 is not a race bike. It's a marketing bike. It's a profits bike, okay? Well, but Remco, but Alpha Elite, but Sagan, but marketing, okay? This is not a race bike, man. When I bought this bike, I know it. Like, people are like, why would you spend $20,000 on a bike and then that's just dumb. I'm the most, what's the word? I'm the most honest bike reviewer on the internet, okay? That I'm aware of. Maybe there's someone else out, I don't know. I buy my bikes, all right? I review them. I'm not paid by Specialized or whatever. I only put my name to stuff that I would actually recommend. I put my name to Specialized rim brake bikes, for sure. I don't put my name to this stuff. This stuff is fucking junk, all right? I paid 20 grand for junk. Yeah, I know. I'm not pissed or in regret. I knew I was buying a bike that's not a performance bike, okay? I bought it it's my job to review stuff, okay? I knew that, okay? This bike is not a race bike, mate. Like, if you're racing on this bike, it's basically, I'll call it wattage tax. You're paying extra 20 watts or 30 watts or whatever you're paying tax on top of you. Let's say your FTP is like, my FTP is about 350 right now, okay? So on this bike, I'm probably losing like 15, 20 watts. Okay, so now my FTPs goes from 350 down to 330. All right, what I can hold for 20 minutes. Actually, hang on, 20 minutes. I could do like 380, a bit more training. So go from 380 down to like say, 360 or 355 watts on a bike like this in terms of performance. The aero drag with the spokes and the rotors and all that rubbing and all that crap. An extra weight, half a kilo extra weight over my SL4 rim brake, SRAM red stuff. So it's a tax. So yes, you can race this bike. You can do really well on this bike, but you won't go as well as if you had the Tarmac rim brake option, or a Wind Space, or a Cannondale, or a Trek, or a Pinarello 6.8 kilo, 1200 gram wheel set, And I was going to get the Alpinist wheel set, and I was like, it's probably going to be easy to sell with these deep dish, because people who buy this bike aren't buying performance, they're buying for emotions. So I thought, no, I'll just stick with these heavy, slow, sluggish, flexy. These wheels are so flexy when you get the sprint. But again, the person who's going to buy this bike isn't putting the power I'm putting out, okay? Which makes me sound arrogant, but it's true. Racers aren't buying this bike. This is like for dentists, for flexers, for posers, for Instagrams, for obnoxious trolls like me. That's who's going to buy this bike, okay? It's not your everyday racer. $20,000? Who's spending 20 grand Australian on a bike? Or was it 14,000 USD, or is it 12,000 Great British pounds for this piece of shit? I mean, hey, look, I'm grateful to have a bike. I'm grateful to be able to ride a bike. I'm grateful to have the money just to blow it like that. I'm all grateful. I ain't here bitching. I understand the level of opportunity and privilege that I definitely do have, and I've created a lot of that for myself. But also born in Australia, that helps. Just saying, okay. I'm just saying, I'm grateful, but I'm bitching and whining, but it's more about sharing my honest opinion of the bike, I didn't buy this bike going, I'm getting the sickest bike ever, and then go, actually, this bike's shit. I knew this bike is the shittest Tarmac ever. Actually, it's better than the SL7. The SL7 was a fucking joke. The recall fucking fault that I called out first before anyone else did. This bike, it feels a bit racier than the SL7. It's still not a race bike, but it feels better to ride. Like, I ride this bike around town. I pick up some water, I drop off some shoes or stuff. I ride around, I've got the flat pedals in there. It's a commuter bike. The SL7, I was like, I don't even want to commute on it. It just fucking sucked, man. The SL7 felt flexier than this. This feels like an improvement. It feels like Specialized. Watch some of my videos and said, hey, let's make this thing a bit stiffer. So I could race on this bike. I wouldn't want to, but let's say I was forced to, then I could. But the SL7 just felt like a fucking extra piece of crap. Again, I'm grateful to have any of these bikes. I'm grateful for everything. I'm just sharing my comments and criticisms. This is a review video. It's first world problems. I understand that. And I appreciate all the support. I think some junkies about to rob me. I gotta go.